What's up, all my baddies? It's your girl Ashley Charnay, and I am back with another video. So today, you know what, my drawer is open in the back and I'm tired of getting up and down, so y'all just gonna have to deal with that. Anyway, so today is going to be the start of my series that I have here on my channel. This is the baby daddy series. I will basically be what? Say basically again, bitch. Say it again, I dare you. This series is going to be me basically taking you guys on a journey that I had with the father of my child. I will be telling you guys about all of the crazy stuff that we went through, about 5 to 6 years of us being together. I'm just going to be spilling all the tea. Just a really quick disclaimer, this series or any of these story times are not to bash him. These stories are not to make him look bad. I will not be giving up any of his personal information. If you guys find him, that's on you. I already got the okay from him to make these stories, and he's all on board. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoy this video of me doing my makeup and me telling y'all about this crazy ass story, and I will see all you baddies in the next one. I'm probably not going to be talking about my makeup and shit like that while I'm doing this story time, because it's just all about the story time. If y'all want like a tutorial or whatever, let a bitch know down in the comments. So yeah, let's just get right into it. So as some of you guys may know, or if you don't, you might as well go look at the rest of my videos, and you will. I have pretty much had like this on again, off again boyfriend for about, let me see, I want to say 5 years, but low key it's been about 6. And the only reason I say that is because that's when we pretty much like stopped messing with each other like completely. So yeah, basically like I met this dude or whatever. Now I need to freaking figure out what I'm gonna be calling him in this series. I really haven't tried to figure it out, but I guess just for, you know, because I don't want to tell y'all what his name is. I'm pretty sure half the people that's watching this already know who the hell he is. If you don't try to go looking for this man. Like, I don't have no bad blood. Like, we're cool, we speak or whatever. So yeah, basically I'm just gonna be calling him BD. So basically I met BD in 2012, I want to say. Yeah, I think it was 2012. I basically met BD or whatever. And just like any other relationship, like we wanted to see each other every day. We wanted to be up under each other every day. And so yeah, so basically I was always over his house or whatever. Now BD lives in LA. I live in LA County. So when people who are not from here ask me, hold on, my brother's calling me. Anyway, so yeah, I met BD, and basically like I was saying, BD lives in LA. I live in Cerritos. Now Cerritos is a small suburb right outside of LA that's like maybe 15-20 minutes away from LA. So yeah, if you're not from here, you really wouldn't know what the fuck Cerritos was. So anyway, when I was young, dumb, and full of fucking cum, my ass used to be in LA every goddamn day when I wasn't at work trying to go see my little boo or whatever. So basically when I first met BD, I didn't really see the red flags. Now that we're not together anymore and I'm older, I needed my motherfucking ass beat, okay? And the reason I say that is because this nigga gave up so many fucking red flags of him being like a fuck nigga that I just like completely ignored all of the signs. Like I said, I should have known all of these damn signals this nigga was giving me for him being a fuck nigga. So basically, BD had just got out of a relationship, a long-term relationship with a girl that he was with since high school. Now, I didn't know this, okay? I did not know that they had been in a relationship for so long. I found out all of this stuff after the fact. So I'm trying to think about what happened to what, like, when I found out that this girl, like, he was messing with this girl. I think we had like a conversation or something happened on Twitter to where, hold on, let me get a little bit close, get a little bit more personal with y'all. Okay, so I think something happened on Twitter where this girl, she must have said something to him on Twitter or something of the sort, but basically they have been together for, I believe, like 5 years while they were in high school, whatever. At this point in time, they both were out of high school. I think she had went away or something like that for college, and he kind of just like, I think he thought that she was cheating on him, or he ended up finding out that she was cheating on him while she was in school or whatever. And so they ended up breaking up. Now, she must have, you know, not been over the situation. That bitch wanted her cake and she wanted to eat it too. So her and BD, I guess they were still keeping in contact. Mind you, I did not know any of these things, okay? I didn't know none of this shit. I was getting all of the red flags and, you know, the little shit she would be putting on Twitter and, you know, them talking back and forth, but I never put 2 and 2 together. Now, mind you, at this time, me and BD, we were good. Like, that was my nigga. Like, my everyday, we would talk to each other, we would see each other, we would just be all lovey-dovey. Like, we had, one thing's for sure, like, I feel like me and BD had like a really, really, really long honeymoon phase. And so yeah, like, I wasn't really tripping about anything because, like I said, that was my nigga. Like, I was so in love. And so yeah, so basically, to get to the story, there was an instance that happened, and I believe that the girl ended up hitting me up. I want to say that. Now, I can't remember verbatim like everything that happened around that time when she first hit me up. And I don't even know how she found me. Like, I don't know if she hit me up on like Instagram or if it was like on some other shit. It was either Instagram or it was Twitter. It was one of the two. She ended up hitting me up, telling me like, oh yeah, like, me and him are still together. Like, don't believe nothing he's telling you. He's feeding you lies, or whatever. So basically, I ended up confronting him about the situation. Like, okay, so who is this bitch and why is she hitting me up? Like, red flag number 1, ladies. If a bitch is hitting you up about a nigga, 9 times out of 10, that's still her nigga. Like, it's probably still her nigga. And unbeknownst to me, that was still her nigga. So yeah, he was still in love with her. I kind of knew that he was still in love with her because when I confronted him about the situation, he was just kind of like trying to blow it off, but at the same time, he wasn't like, oh, fuck that bitch, you know, blah blah. He was just like, you know, that's my ex, like, don't want to talk about it, blah blah blah. So that was that. That was like one of the first little, you know, instances that we had together. So anyways, on to the actual situation, the first story. So I was at BD's house one day, and it was like around, I want to say it was around like 8 o'clock. Now, hold on. And I noticed that his phone kept getting blown up, right? Mind you, I don't know why we ended up having a conversation with her. I know, I mean, I'm with her, a conversation about her. I know for a fact that I brought it up. I just can't remember why I brought it up or like what we were talking about. But so yeah, we were just kind of like in his bed, laid up or whatever. Now, the way that his house is set up, when you first walk in, so yeah, so basically, you can kind of see into the living room from his room, basically. And so, me and him, we were talking or whatever, and then out of nowhere, I think, okay, his nieces, I remember, okay, I remember now. His nieces were in the living room and they was like watching TV or whatever. So I believe somebody had knocked on the door, right? And so and I think his grandpa was in there. I'm not even 1000% sure if the grandpa was in the living room at this time. So somebody had answered the door or whatever. Yeah, the niece, she answered the door. And so I don't remember if the niece came into his room to say something to him or if she told the grandpa. Dang, I want to say that his niece told the grandpa, and then the grandpa came into the room and got him and got BD out of the room and was like, hey BD, come here, let me talk to you right quick, right? So I'm not thinking nothing of it, like whatever, like I'm in my nigga's house, like don't nobody care about who's at the door, blah blah blah, whatever. So I'm just thinking it's like one of his friends or whatever. So I'm in his room chilling or whatever, blah blah blah. So he comes in the room, and when I say this nigga had the scaredest look on his face, like you would have thought that this nigga had just seen a motherfucking ghost. Like the way that his face was, like he was shook as the fuck, y'all. Like not even on no bullshit. This nigga was really shook. So at first he didn't say anything. So I'm looking at him and I'm like, what the fuck? Like what is wrong with you? And so he was just kind of like, and at this point I still didn't know what the hell was going on. So I finally asked him, I'm like, okay, like what happened? Like what's the problem? So he was like, dang, what I'm gonna call her? I'm gonna call her Thirsty, because she was just real thirsty throughout our whole little relationship or whatever. So I'm gonna call her Thirsty. So he was like, Thirsty is at, she just came to the door. So I'm like, who? Like, who just came to the door? Like, I know you're not trying to basically tell me that your ex-bitch just popped up at your house. So he was like, yeah. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what do you mean? And then I'm like, so what did you say to her? And then he was like, I didn't say nothing. I'm like, you didn't say nothing? What you mean you didn't say nothing? I'm like, so you didn't tell her that, like, I was here? Like, you know, like, what's up? So he was like, no, I didn't say anything. He was like, because why do she need to know that you're here? I'm like, bitch, what do you mean? Why does she need to know why I'm here? I'm your motherfucking girlfriend. Like, why wouldn't you tell her? Like, first of all, you need to leave because my girlfriend will beat your ass. Like, that should have been his first motherfucking thought. Like, to tell her, like, my bitch is crazy. You might want to come back never, because she's probably going to beat your ass if she knows that you're here. And so he was just like, yeah, I didn't say nothing. Like, I didn't feel the need to tell her, like, that you was here or whatever. So I'm like, oh no, you off your motherfucking rocker if you think I'm about to just let this shit slide. Not today, sir. So I think at this time his sister ended up finding out that that the ex-girlfriend was there. Either she found out, or because I don't know if his sister was outside already or if she was in the room. I don't remember, but all I do remember is his sister like, you know, I don't want no problems, like this is you know, I just don't, basically she was saying like she didn't want no problems to be at the house, like, you know, she didn't want nothing to go left or whatever. So she was basically talking to me like, I know you pissed off or whatever, but she was like, I don't want you, you know, to like cause a scene, basically, you know, because it's, you know, it is her house, it is their house or whatever, and you know, their grandpa, you know, he was like right there front and center. So she was like, you know, I just don't want it to be like any problems, blah blah blah, whatever. So I'm like, nah, fuck that. I was like, nah, fuck that. It's gonna be a motherfucking problem today, because bitch, you don't just pop up at somebody's house. Mind you, she knew that we were together, because like I said before, she had hit me up, so she knew that he had a girlfriend. Why you proceeded to still try to come to his house to do whatever the fuck it is that you thought that you was gonna do, I don't know if she thought that she was about to win him back or what the situation is. But first of all, I'm like, bitch, when did you get back? Like, when did you get to LA? Like, You got shipped off to Timbuktu I don't know how long ago for school, bitch. Why are you back? Because I know you're not done. So what the fuck? So basically I told him, like, he was like, I was like, you need to come outside. Come on, let's go. We about to go outside. We about to talk to this bitch right now. Mind you, I didn't know who that bitch had outside. She could have had her mama, her sister, her cousin, everybody. She could have had everybody out there ready to jump me. And here go my stupid ass talk about, come on, let's go. We about to go outside. We about to see what the fuck she woke. I don't care. I'm with all the shits. Like, you're not about to just pop up at my nigga house and you think I'm about to just sit back and be a punk. And sis, not over here. And so, that nigga was scared. Like, you would have thought that he shit in his motherfucking pants because he was not trying to go outside. He was like, man, Charnay, like, and that's what he calls me. He calls me by my middle name. Man, Charnay, like, why do you want to go outside? Like, I'm really not trying to be, you know, with none of that bullshit, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, nigga, first of all, this is your motherfucking fault. So don't sit up here trying to say, oh, I don't want no problems. Like, no, bitch, you clearly want some type of problems because you didn't put that bitch in her place. So because you didn't put that bitch in her place before she got here, me and you, we about to go outside. We about to put that bitch in her place together, in her place, the both of us, so she know next time I don't play that shit. I don't play that shit. So yeah, he didn't want to go outside. He was looking mad as fuck. So anyways, we ended up going outside. By this time when we went outside, it looked like she was just getting ready to get back in the car. Now she had somebody in the car with her, and I think BD said that was that was her sister or her best friend. It was one of the two. It was like her sister or her best friend or whatever. And so I'm just doing something real simple with my eyes today, y'all. So yeah, but I think he said something about that being her sister or something like that. So I came outside and I'm looking, and I think, yeah, and his sister ended up coming outside too, because, you know, she wanted to know, like, what the fuck is going on. She was trying to figure out why the hell she was there. She was just confused as all of us, because we like, okay, bitch, like, what is you doing here? What is your purpose? Like, what you thought you was about to do? Like, no. So she ends up getting out the car. She comes up or whatever, and I'm like, what's up? Like, why are you here? Do you not know that I'm his girlfriend or whatever? And she was like, oh, she was basically talking to him like, oh, so you must didn't tell her that you've been hitting me up, talking about she wanted to be back with me, talking about how she's just, she ain't nobody, you miss me, blah, blah, blah. So I'm looking at him like, oh, really? Like, is that what y'all been talking about? Is that what you've been telling her? That's how you get down? Is that what we doing? That's what we do, sir? So he was like, man, I don't know what you're talking about. You want some bullshit, blah, blah, blah. Now, mind you, at this time, I didn't know. I couldn't tell you when that nigga was lying. Like, I didn't know him like that. Now, oh, bitch, I know that nigga like the back of my hand. That's not even my nigga no more, and I still know him like the back of my hand. And so he was fidgeting. He wasn't trying to talk. He was over it. He was starting to get mad because she was basically hitting him with the facts. And I'm looking at him like, oh, so is that what you've been doing? That's why the bitch showed up thinking that she was about to be Captain Save-A-Ho and come get her nigga back. Oh, okay. And so, so yeah, basically, I ended up telling her, like, okay, he may have been telling you all of that shit, but ain't none of that shit, it don't mean nothing. The shit he's saying, it don't hold no weight, bitch. You want to know why? Because I'm still here. That's my nigga. You did whatever you did when y'all was together. You couldn't keep him. You was cheating. You was doing whatever you was doing while you was out there, wherever the hell you was. And bitch, now he's mine. So now that we've got that established, bye, see you never. Don't want to see you coming around here again. And so he ended up walking in the house or whatever, and I was pissed off at him because I'm like, first of all, why the fuck, like, why would your first thought be for you to walk in the house, or you just felt like you wanted to walk away and get away from the situation? Like, you don't leave me outside by myself. Like, are you dumb? You don't do shit like that. And so as soon as we got back in the house, as soon as she left, you know, I kept it cute in front of her, because rule number one, something that I've always, you know, been taught, and my mama always told me, you don't ever let a bitch see you sweat, okay? You keep it cute, you keep it classy, and then when the bitch walk away or whatever the case may be, then that's when you can turn up. But until then, you better keep a motherfucking poker face while somebody's in front of you or whatever. So I was cool or whatever. When she had walked away, she really didn't say too much to me. I was really waiting, because I was like, I'm with all the shit. What's up? What you want to do? But she really didn't say too much to me, so I couldn't do anything. But like I said, I should have known at that point in time that was a red flag. They must have just been getting out of their relationship, and she still wanted him back. He didn't know if he really wanted to be with her anymore, because he liked me and I was a little bit more close, and you know, he was starting to like me or whatever. So that was that. For that situation, I think I didn't talk to him for like a cool little week and a half. Now the thing with baby daddy was, or BD, the thing with him was is that he did not like when I ignored him. He would ignore me to the motherfucking fullest, but don't let me try to ignore that nigga, because he wasn't having it, like, at all, none. So so yeah, y'all, basically that was just like that was like one of the most, it just wasn't that bad of a story, in my opinion. It wasn't that bad of a situation. Now all of these stories in my baby daddy series, obviously they're all gonna get a little bit more intense. I had to, you know, give y'all a little something to keep y'all coming back. But basically that was the first situation where his ex-girlfriend basically popped up at his house, and yeah, like we was about to have some problems, and I was ready. Like I was with all the shits, and he knew that I was with all the shits, and he knew not to fucking play with me. Well, clearly he didn't, because he still tried it. But so yeah, y'all, I think the moral of that story is, and what the moral of a lot of stories are, is that the same way that you get a nigga is how you're going to lose him. And that's a fact. Now mind you, like I said, I had no idea that he was still messing with this girl, and I don't know for a fact if he was still messing with her while we were together. I can't really say. And honestly, I really don't care anymore, because we're not together, and that situation was so long ago, so it really doesn't have anything to do with me. But once a nigga show you his true colors in the beginning, believe him, sis. Believe him. When he show you his true colors in the beginning, believe him, because people always, like, you always gonna catch somebody slipping. Like when they don't mean you no good, like when they don't mean no good for you, you gonna always catch them slipping. And 9 times out of 10, it's in the beginning, and they just want to see how far that they could fucking push you. Now, like I said, I am not doing this series to bash my baby father. I'm not doing this series for any of that. I'm just telling you guys the situation that I went through, the story, some of the stories that I went through, so that you guys can learn from them. Because if you ain't gotta go through with these fuck niggas, don't, sis. Because 9 times out of 10, they not worth it. Because I went through 5 years of hell with this person, and he ain't even my nigga no more. So I put in all that work for nothing. For nothing. So yeah, like I said, he's not a bad person. I don't think he's a bad person. I just think that he has, not saying has a lot of work to do, and he has a lot of growing up to do as a man. But I think that he has a lot of potential, and I think that he's going to be a good man for somebody someday. I just don't think that I think that, yeah, I think he's gonna be a good man for a good woman one day, but I don't think that that woman is me. And I think that God put him in my life personally for a reason, to teach me some things, and you know, stuff like that. Because people are ultimately put in your life for a reason, whether you believe it or not, or whether you see the reason up front. Because I used to think that God put him in my life to be the man that I needed him to be, but I am now knowing that that's not what it is. God did not put him in my life to be my husband or to be the man for me. He put him in my life to teach me lessons and show me what the hell I'm not going for with these niggas. And that's a fact. So yeah, give me 1 second, let me finish my makeup. Okay y'all, so I have to go ahead and finish my makeup real quick because this whole get ready with me thing, I don't know how people do it. Like, this shit is so hard, like trying to talk and, you know, do my makeup at the same time. So yeah y'all, that was basically the time that BD, my baby daddy's ex-girlfriend, showed up at his house unannounced. So yeah, make sure that you guys keep up with the series. I will be posting at least once a week all throughout the month of April. If you are not already subscribed, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel and become a part of the fam. It helps me out a lot when you guys do that. Please make sure that you also give this video a big thumbs up and leave a comment down below if you ever dealt with a fuckboy or like with a situation like this. Like, let a bitch know. I want to hear all y'all stories in the comment section below, and I will see you baddies in the next one. Bye.